So we haven't actually distributed a monomial yet. Well, I guess we have, because an integer is a monomial. So we've distributed things like -1, 3, uh, just standard integers, but no monomials. And that's just because I wanted to do that separately. I want to make sure you guys knew the rules of multiplying and dividing exponents before we did that. So now that we do know those, we can start talking about it. And I had an interesting approach, an idea for division that might be better than the usual one. So let's take a look at this problem. The area of a rectangular carpet is 80 square inches. If the width of the carpet is 5 inches, determine the measure of the length of the carpet. So we have a carpet. I'm going to draw that here. This is the carpet. And it looks horrible. Anyways, it's a rectangle. We know the area is 80 and the width is 5. So what is the measure of the length? Well, you could think of it this way, which I'm sure some of you did. 80 divided by 5 is equal to, calculator, 16. Now, that's not the way I thought of it. I thought of it like this. 80 is equal to 5 times what? Also 16. So it's two ways to look at a problem. Division can be thought of as what do I have to multiply by to get that? Or you could say this divided by that is this. Both ways work. It might be easier if you understand multiplication really well to help you do the divisions. So let's take a look at some more standard problems. Simplify the following. 3x to the third times 4x to the 6th plus 6x to the 7th minus 3y to the 2nd. So it's just using the distributive property. Multiply this, multiply that, multiply there, and we get 12x to the 9th plus 18x to the 10th minus 9x to the 3rd, y to the 2nd. Alright, so again the rules, now we're applying the exponent rule where if we multiply two bases with the same two variables with the same base, we add their exponents. That wasn't so tough, and you could actually think of this as a rectangle also. It might be more helpful with more complicated polynomials, but we'll look at it now, where this side is 3x to the third. This is actually broken down to three parts. 4x to the 6th, 6x to the 7th, and minus 3y squared. And you could find the area of each piece and put them together and you'll get this. This is 12x to the 9th, this is 18x to the 10th, and this is, where do we have? Negative 9x to the 3rd, y to the 2nd. And no, I'm not actually multiplying them now, I'm just looking here because these are those. And you put them together, you get the area of the carpet, in this case. Alright, let's take a look here. Divide 6x to the 6th plus 18x to the 5th minus 15x to the 3rd by 3x to the 2nd. Now, one of the more standard ways to do it would be to just write it this way and think of it as distributing. I'm going to distribute by dividing each term by this instead, which works. It's not fine, there's nothing wrong with that. So this is 2x to the 4th because we subtract when we divide. That is positive, lost my train of thought, 6x to the 3rd, and that would be minus 5x to the 1st. So just leave it as x. No exponent is x to the 1st. The 0 exponent has a totally different meaning. And you should know that x to the 0 is equal to 1. Unless x is equal to 0. 0 to the 0 is not 1. It's undefined. So let's take a look at this in another way. You could think of it as 3x to the 2nd times something was equal to wrong thing, was equal to 6x to the 6th plus 18x to the fifth minus 15x to the third. So that'd be another way to do it, thinking of what would I multiply by to get that, just like with the carpet problem. 3 times what is 6? 2. X to the second times what is x to the sixth? X to the fourth. And so on. So this is just another way of doing the same problem. You can also visualize this as the area carpet. Let's do it over here. So let's say we drew this out. In this case, we actually know the area of the carpet because the product is the area. So this is 2x to the no, that's not what we know. In this case, we know that this is 3x squared. I want to draw a good rectangle for you. I really don't want to draw this horrible rectangle. I used to be able to draw. Alright, so this is 6x to the sixth. This is 18x to the fifth. And this is negative 15x to the third. And this is 3x squared. 3x squared again times something gave us this. So it's just like the carpet problem. We could figure out what it is in reverse. So that again is 2x to the fourth. This is 6x to the third, and that would have had to have been minus 5x. Okay, so hopefully one of these methods works for you for division. I'm kind of biased towards this one. That's a horrible rectangle. I promise to draw a good rectangle. Okay, so that's a rundown of how to distribute or divide a polynomial by a monomial.